If you're moving to Idaho, everyone tells you to move to Boise, but what they don't tell you is that the surrounding Treasure Valley is actually a 45-minute sprint from end to end, and the city that everyone wants is often the wrong fit for your budget and your commute. I'm Craig Flood with Living in Idaho, and as a licensed real estate agent, my team and I have helped hundreds of families map this chaos. The first mistake they all make is thinking that this area is just Boise. Choosing the wrong zip code can really mean sitting in rush hour traffic for up to an hour each way. And that's why in this guide, this video that I'm making for you guys, my business partner and I, Spencer, are going to be breaking down all 5 regions. We're going to be mapping out the lifestyle, highlighting things like Costco locations and the airport, and price tiers for every city in the Treasure Valley. But after tracking hundreds of local sales and client moves, I found something surprising. The absolute best deal for value and access in the entire valley is a specific tiny town that maybe 90% of the people moving here have never even heard of. So stick around because we're going to find out exactly what that is. So before we dive into each city, let's get our bearings. This, what you're seeing right now, this is going to be the Treasure Valley. It's stretching from Boise here on the east side all the way to Caldwell on the far west side. And again, that's about 45 minutes end to end with no traffic. Now, Interstate 84, which is going to be cutting right here, that's really the backbone to the whole area. And then another main one is going to be Eagle Road right there, going to be 55. And that's going to be a main north and south artery. And yes, it's going to be one of the busier spots where most of the traffic can happen. Now we're going to be breaking it down into the east, into the central, the north, the south, and the west. So stick around to see which one fits you. If we haven't met, I'm Craig Flood, and I make videos every week about what it's really like to live here in Idaho. And if you're planning a move, there's a link in the description below where you can connect with me for a free relocation consult. All right, let's start on the east side. So this is going to be Boise, including East Boise, Southeast Boise, and the Bench. So you got Boise here, you got the Bench, east and south. Also, you got the airport right there. Now, if you want quick access to downtown, the Greenbelt is a bike walking path, stretches all the way through Boise, all the way out to Eagle, along the Boise River. It's amazing. This is definitely it for you. So downtown is going to give you restaurants, coffee shops, nightlife. And then just south of downtown, you're going to have the Boise Bench area right here. Now that really can offer you mid-century homes. The Boise airport is just going to be minutes away, plus a Costco is going to be minutes away from that. So again, that's going to be the Boise Bench. You'll see the airport right there, and then you're going to have one of the Costcos right there. And just a heads up, we currently have 3 Costcos in the Treasure Valley with a 4th on the way, and we'll talk about that later in the video. Now, east and southeast Boise, that's going to be incredible for lifestyle. Amazing river access, and it honestly just feels quieter out there. And it's going to be really close to Micron, which is going to be located out there. So if that ends up being one of your employers, you'd have a very short commute to work.
And one of my favorite things about this area is your access to the river, hiking, to the Greenbelt itself, and just even access to downtown. It's great because you feel like you're out, doesn't have a ton of the hustle and bustle like you would in Meridian and some of those other areas, but it just sits back there. You can get to the airport really quick. So it hits a lot of boxes for a lot of people.
But this area, it's not the hidden gem. It immediately kind of fails the cheapest test. So right now, Boise's medium kind of listing price, we're going to put that right at $585,000 according to Zillow. And the price point here immediately disqualifies it from the best value in the entire Treasure Valley. All right, moving to the middle, welcome to Meridian. Really, Meridian is the true center of the Treasure Valley. It sits right along Interstate 84 and Eagle Road, going right up to the middle. And Meridian is family friendly. It's full of newer homes, parks, and shopping. You've got the Village, an outdoor shopping center. You have Trader Joe's, and you have another Costco. That Costco is going to be located right up in that area towards the northern part. This is really like a name brand city. Meridian's really been coming to its own, but premium pricing, high congestion on Eagle Road have pushed many buyers out of this area. A median list price in this area is going to be $550,000. So it scores really well on lifestyle anchors. It's got great access to the Boise River on this northern section, but it fails the value test. So let's keep moving. Looking north towards Highway 16 and 55, we're going to run into Eagle and Star. Now, to compare the two, Star feels quieter and smaller, probably what Eagle, Idaho felt like 10, 15 years ago, and it's got a lot of space. And with Highway 16 soon connecting all the way down to 84, it's going to give Star great access. And the commute's definitely going to be as easy as it's ever been. Now let's talk about pricing. The premium pricing on Eagle is definitely high. Eagle's median list price right around $875, and then Star's right around $590. So the prices in this area are definitely creeping up faster than our eventual winner. Let's keep heading west, and we're going to reach Nampa, Caldwell, and Middleton, where you'll definitely find the most space for your money. Nampa and Caldwell both have revitalized downtown, like Caldwell's Indian Creek Plaza. Side note, this is definitely a great place to visit in the winter and in the summer. But in the winter, they do ice skating. I recently took my family out there. It was such a fun time to get the kids out on skates and just enjoy the area and the fresh snow that was falling. Out here, you are going to get shopping, and you're going to get another Costco. And if we zoom in, that Costco is going to be located right about there. So these cities, definitely Caldwell and Nampa, fall into that kind of top tier affordability category and can represent some of the cheapest homes in the valley. So Nampa median list price comes in right at $425. Caldwell's median list price comes in right at $395. And then Middleton's median list price higher at $475. But when we map the commute to Boise, say downtown Boise if you're working there, Nampa, Caldwell, Middleton really fall into the like meh category for convenience. Typical rush hour times, you're looking anywhere from 30, 55 minutes. And the distance, of course, then to the airport too, or the amenities in downtown Boise kind of chip away at the value here. So yes, you're getting a great price, but you're sacrificing maybe drive times and access to the amenities that you might want. So the best deal really has to be a mix of price and convenience. All right, just south of Meridian, now we're going to have Kuna and South Meridian. Now, Kuna's been booming. Tons of new neighborhoods and parks, a great mix of affordability and community. And it's definitely in the value tier here in Kuna. Right now, Kuna's median price is coming in right at $460,000. Now, looking at some of the lifestyle anchors, in Kuna, you get really good access to multiple hospital systems, major shopping like the Village in Meridian, quick access to Boise and the airport. So this area can really bring together value pricing with good access to a lot of amenities that are in Boise and Meridian. Now, touching on pricing can swing a lot here. Places like Eagle, kind of that northern section of Meridian, the foothills, East Boise, they can definitely sit at the top of the pricing structure. Meridian, Star, Middleton kind of come in right in that mid-range, and Nampa, Caldwell, and Kuna can oftentimes really give you the most home for your money. In fact, recently we helped a couple who relocated here from Germany find their perfect home. They wanted a good community, affordability, and space, and Spencer walked them through several communities and then ended up buying a home in Nampa. For them, they really loved that it was quiet, friendly, had good access to Nampa and Caldwell's downtown areas and shopping. And this also really proves that more affordable options work for many. But again, our map analysis kind of revealed the best balance elsewhere. So after mapping the entire Treasure Valley, here's what we discovered. The city that delivers the best mix of value and access is going to be Kuna, Idaho. Kuna really has that value tier pricing like we talked about without the commute drag of some of the farther west cities. You get good lifestyle access to the airport, to the Village, to downtown Boise, say 20, 30 minutes, which has, for some of our clients, made it the best deal for them.
What I like about Kuna, Hudson Baking Co., I mean, they have the best cinnamon rolls and bagels, I think, in the valley. Gotta go check them out when you're there. Another thing that's great about Kuna is the Indian Creek. You actually have that in the summer where you can actually go and get on a float. You can go down there and play in the water. So it's kind of a hidden gem. The other thing I like about Kuna is it kind of sits down a little bit, but you get access to things really quickly, right? You got new Costco coming in. You got sports centers that are going there. You can get up to Shields and a huge shopping center that's being built. Okay, some of the cons of Kuna, I'd say sometimes the wind for some people.
Yeah, speaking of wind, let's talk about that. So you can really get a lot of wind down below Interstate 84. You don't have a lot protecting you at that point. And also another con, or maybe a pro, down in Cunit, you're going to have a lot of mixed-use land where you're going to have a housing development right next to a field and a farmer with a bunch of cows that might smell a certain way. So every city in the Treasure Valley has pros and cons. So you might be wondering, what is the next best thing to do? Well, I'm happy to tell you, it's to plan a scouting trip. If you're thinking about making a move to Idaho and you'd like us to map out your commute, neighborhood options, daily routine, and plan a scouting trip before you make the move, then call, text, or email, or check the description below to book a free location consult. And if you're not ready for that, then watch these videos next. I'll see you guys in the next video.